Hey, there we are. Had a very long weekend. I don't know what you guys did, but we were out of town for the weekend. Had a pretty good time. Went and done some stuff with the kids and made a little bit of money at the same time. So you can't beat that. I don't know how many of you guys, I haven't watched the CMA awards in a long time, but when I saw that Jelly Roll was going to be on there, I needed that. Thanks. Appreciate that. Couldn't have come at a better time. So anyway, when I heard Jelly Roll was going to be on there, I couldn't wait to check it out, right? And man, he put on a hell of a show. And then Post Malone did a couple traditional country songs with Morgan Wallen. It was all good. Pull this up.
And the CMA Award for New Artist of the Year goes to Jelly Roll!
Check him out, man. Face Pass on the CMA.
Nashville!
Who'd have ever thought?
I only got a second, and I'm going to say a lot, and I'm sorry, but the quickest I can say it is thank you to the label, Stony Creek Management, John Loba, Joe Jamie, you saved my life. Country Radio, what's up, baby? I got 1,000 people to thank you, but most importantly, my Lord and my wife. I love you so much. You changed my life, baby.
Yeah.
Megan Parker, Haley, I love all y'all. We're friends. And Zach Bryan, I think you were one of the hottest things on earth, not just country music. You deserve this as much as anybody else. I love you. I'm glad we're sitting there partying the rest of the night, baby. But most importantly, there is something poetic about a 39-year-old man winning New Artist of the Year. I don't know where you're at in your life or what you're going through, but I want to tell you to keep going, baby. I want to tell you success is on the other side of it. I want to tell you it's going to be okay. I want to tell you that the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason, because what's in front of you is so much more important than what's behind you. Let's party, Nashville!
How can you argue with that? And man, what a positive influence that guy has, to think about how many people, were on parole, man, just got out of prison on parole. Got to start from scratch, 30, 35 years old. To see somebody like that, not forget where they came from and how they got where they're at is all inspiring. But one of the most an interesting thing that went on behind the scenes was he's pretty good friends with Winona Judd. They talk often, and she agreed to come out there and do a duet with him. But as many times as she's been to the CMAs and been in the spotlight, I mean, she was a superstar at one point. She was nervous as hell and was totally off key. And she talks about it a little bit. But by the second verse into the second chorus, she's
okay. So they say don't read the
finally got
comments.
the ear.
I've read the comments, and I'm just gonna come clean with y'all. I was so freaking nervous I got out there and I looked at Jelly Roll. I wanted it to be so good for him. I could cry right now, but I'm not going to because I'm such a fan of his and he asked me to sing. And I said, absolutely. I got out there and I was so nervous that I just held on for dear life. And that's the bottom line. I'm on my way now to Texas to do a show tomorrow night. The Back to Why tour resumes. I'll be on stage tomorrow night with the people I love the most and with you, the fans I love the most. And all is well.
And, you know, if you watch the playback of their duet, you can see her literally, she's got a fistful of his shirt and she's just squeezing and holding on. He's practically holding her up. She's so nervous, which is, yeah, who cares? Ain't nobody paying attention to that guy. So anyway, you know, shouldn't he be doing another video about, you know, some dude that's mentally ill that, you know, he's been tormenting for an entire year? Shouldn't that be what he's doing right now? I mean, you talk about somebody that turned out to be an absolute, just complete fake. That's the guy. Him and a few more. But, you know, she had a fistful of Jelly's shirt. And you could tell she was nervous as hell. But that's just such a trip to think that, you know, he was just an independent guy, you know, a parolee. And now he's on stage with her and she's nervous about singing with him. I mean, that's just crazy. And then he dropped it. He dropped his Emmy and shattered it. And of course they're getting him another one, but
we're talking about your award. I heard a crash. What happened?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I was excited. I'm pumped, and it's heavy. It's heavier than you think it is, man. It's definitely not built for falling. I'm going to have to put it in some kind of a really safe case.
Well, you know.
I hope I get it back with duct tape. I hope it's put together with hot glue. You could just see the glue on it. Be the most white trash CMA ever given. Yeah.
You have to be feeling pretty good, though, right?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, besides embarrassing.
You got to hand it to him to say white trash CMA, man.
The poop out of myself. I feel great.
Just act like you meant to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was like, yeah, I was joking a minute ago. Like my publicist broke her foot yesterday, and I was throwing at her going, bad publicist.
She's awesome. All right, you opened the show with such a powerful performance. We talked to Winona earlier. She said it was really emotional for her, and that you guys have a very special connection.
Man, it's spiritual. I think Winona came into my life for a reason. I mean, I talked to her about my real life. I get deep with her, and she gets deep with me, and I love her for it, and I owe her more than she'll ever know, man. She didn't have to do this. She doesn't do this for a lot of people. It was a big deal for Winona to pick me.
I remember talking to her, and she's like, I got to be involved with him. And it was, I think, at the CMT Awards. Anyway, I said she manifested it, and you guys do have a special bond.
We do, man. I mean, we talk quite a bit, and we're friends. You know, Cactus is my guy, too. They're great people, man.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man. And then, of course, then Post Malone comes out and sings with Morgan Wallen and dude.
And I hear y'all make some noise at the CMA Award for Post Malone.
Well, I got my first truck when I was 3, drove 100,000 miles on my knees. Hauling marbles and rocks, thought it twice before. All the Bobby doll bed.
He's lost some weight, man. He's looking pretty buff there, isn't he?
For the girl next door, she tried to play me with the kiss, and I began to understand something women like about a pickup man. Well, I turned 16, I saved a few $100. My first car was a pickup truck. Was cruising to town, and the first girl I seen was Bobby Joe Gentry, the homecoming queen. She flagged me down and climbed up in the cab and said, I never knew you were a pickup man. You could set my truck on fire and roll it down a hill, and I still wouldn't trade it for a coupe. I got a leg for a bed that never has to be made. You know, if it wasn't the truck, she wouldn't have tailgate. I met all my wives in traffic jams.
So that was
And the CMA award
was definitely a treat to watch. And it's just, man, I'll tell you, every time I see how well some of these people are doing, like, you know, with Adam Calhoun having a second blow up of getting a couple of platinums, and Jelly doing so well. I can't, it just blows my mind that where Upchurch is today, you know, fucking laughing stock. All his old, you know, long time dedicated fans turn their back, and he has trash mouthed every single person that has tried to work with him. And for him to reject Jelly Roll, you know, and to misinterpret what Jelly Roll said during that interview of just saying, you know, Ryan, you know, likes his rap a lot, so he's not going to commit to being a signing to no country label. You know, that's basically what Jelly Roll was saying. And for him to take that as some kind of slight, just ridiculous. Just drugs. Sorry, don't do drugs, kids. That's dumb. I would have grabbed that shout out and made the best of it. You know, he could have said anyone in that. When he was asked that question, are there any other independent people out there that are superstars, you know, that could be superstars like this that you know of? And he could have said anybody. But he said, Upchurch, certainly, but he likes his rap. So, you know, he's not going to sign to no country label. He's not going to commit to no country label. And for Ryan to take that as an insult or an attack was just ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. And then to act like it was some horrible deal that they had his address. And then to know that, you know, he ends up dating Struggles' kid, and then, you know, smarts off and acts like he just dumped her like he used meat because he was just tired of having her around. And we all know that ain't the fucking truth. And then to watch him solidify the fact that he supports the raunchy, filthy, nasty, despicable behavior of a handful of his simping ass fans is mind blowing. But I'm glad he did, because there's no denying it now. He can't deny it now. And that's a sad thing to see. You know, I never saw people, you know, before all this social media crap, before the millennial generation, you never saw people stabbing their friends in the back over petty bullshit to get instant notoriety, right? I mean, that's just something you would never see people from my generation ever be involved in. You know, before you had all this, you know, your word was all you had. And if you screwed that up, you know, in the town you lived in and the environment you lived in, you were screwed, because people took you at your word. And I just never experienced so many people talk out of both sides of their mouth in my life. It's, you know, to know that, you know, certain people I supported when it wasn't popular to do so. When it wasn't the popular opinion in the room, many of my subscribers did as well. And they took heat for it. They took a lot of heat for it. And to know that that was taken for granted the entire time, for a quick burst in subs and views that will surely, if I stopped making videos tomorrow, that'd be the end of it. It would all peter out. It's just amazing to me. And I can tell you that there's not a doubt in my mind. I know this for certain, that if they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. And the attaboys you traded for support from real people that are willing to stand for what's right, even if it's not the most popular opinion in the room, for you to trade that for what you got now is like, it's silly, because every one of them people would stab you in the back in 10 seconds. And they probably will. They probably will. What makes you immune? If they would stab others in the back, what makes you immune from it? You're certainly not immune to it. Why would you even want that? Why would you even want to be a part of what these shitbags represent? That it's cool and hip to go outside of YouTube and smear people to avenge Upchurch. It's just shitty to do. I don't give a fuck who it is. There's no justification for any of it. And why in the world you'd want to be a part of that and be supportive of that? And to even those that take the really sleazy position that, oh, I'm just neutral. Nonsense. Nobody would have my company if they were slandering the fuck out of one of my friends. I don't have to like or dislike somebody based on who my friends are, but I certainly don't have to keep company either. And that's a choice thing. And there's one thing that Mr. AD is never going to be able to say. And that is, I had their back when it wasn't popular to have their back. And a few others. This same bunch, have been harassing the hell out of 3 or 4 people for well over a year now. Not just me, but several. And went way over the fucking line. And for those of you that think that that's the kind of company you want to keep, then you are not worthy to be my friend. You are not worthy to have any support of mine or any of the people that aren't down with this bullshit that went on. Of accusing a bunch of innocent women of heinous crimes and doxing the shit out of them. Yeah, so all you fools out there thinking you're running down some high road, you look foolish, and you've made Upchurch look horrible. You've made Creek Squad a joke. And the new threats of renting a billboard in my neighborhood. Well, I hope you know there's case law on that, and you won't survive it. So go for it. I can promise you, I won't even need an attorney. I can show up unrepresented and own your ass. There's already case law on that. The Supreme Court has ruled on it. So if you can find somebody willing to let you, good fucking luck, because I'm coming for you. And I'm bringing the law with me. And I won't even play. I won't even play even the tiniest bit. And if you think I can't afford it, try me. That's all I'll tell you. Just try me. Watch and see I can't afford it. So, you guys want to keep putting that threat out there. But right now, it's just more evidence for a couple of different things that are going right now. It's just more evidence. You can't justify any of it. The amount of you people that called me the P word while using my real name, really think you can defend that? You really think you can defend that somehow? Good luck. That's all I'm going to tell you. Good luck. See, what else did we have on the agenda? Not much, just shooting the shit. It's fall time. The flea market booths that we keep are indoors, and fall time is when that shit really takes off for us, especially going into the Christmas season, and especially once it gets cold and crappy out and people are looking for stuff to do. The big indoor flea markets get real busy. And so we've been running around buying up whatever we can buy. And like I say, I've got a bunch of stuff that we're going to let go of cheap. I would rather sell it to some of you all, knowing you could put it to use cheap, than to mess around and put it on Marketplace or eBay, which, I'll do if I need to, but I'd rather give some of you guys the opportunity to get it. So keep a watch on the community page. I'll be posting pictures here pretty soon, and contact info. I just don't have the time to list it all individually and every little detail and all that. I mean, I could, but it just ain't worth it to me, right now. There's so much I'd rather use my time doing something else. And and to all my supporters that have been here from the beginning and know the shit I put up with before I finally responded in kind, I want you to know I really appreciate your support, and it doesn't go unnoticed at all. I know exactly who all of you are, and I can't thank you enough. I know it's easy to do the right thing, but sometimes it sucks when you got a bunch of assholes like this bunch, coming at you from all sides because, you stand with somebody that says, no, it's not okay for a celebrity to slander the living shit out of people, and try to destroy other younger artists and drag grieving parents and encourage a bunch of dirtbags to go outside of YouTube and bother people. I mean, the dark aura that surrounds that is it's just a fucking train wreck waiting to happen. And we're going to see it happen. We're going to get to see it happen in court. And a while back, that son of a gun put out it. I still can't get over how fucking messed up it was. But dude makes a video of him drawing a crooked oval on a smeared up canvas background. And the fawning comments, you would have thought it was the second Mozart. And in real time, it just, the level of blind simping from dudes that are heading towards 30 years old or are 30 is frightening. But I don't know how many of you seen this last video of his with more of his, you know, there was a time, I guess, when, you know, before the mind altering substances came along, that he would go on some of these rants and say some stuff that was smart, but common knowledge anyway, right? But, you know, I never seen somebody that had a way of, you know, saying, you know, it's 60 degrees outside in such a way that it sounds like he's a philosopher. But he used to be able to do that to some degree. And now it's just mindless ramblings. But the simping comments are fucking mind-blowing. When you read the comments, you realize just how irresponsible it is for him to say anything negative about someone, because these people literally cling to his every word, no matter how absurd. And so when you take somebody that's got that level of influence over small-minded fools, you got to be responsible with what you're saying once in a while. You can't just say whatever the hell comes to your mind, especially if you're talking about a real person that doesn't have the ability to respond to it. And but this, I gotta show you this. I tell you, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Is this bad? I mean, it's freaking bad. Just listen to this and then we'll read a few comments, okay? Because, you know, the king of talking for 20 minutes and saying absolutely nothing, or talking for 20 minutes and saying something that's just common knowledge anyway, that's one thing. But to just, it's so hard to describe. It's like he's assigning meanings to words that were never assigned. And that the only place that lives is in this nonsense he's talking. You just got to listen to it.
All right, listen, this is not going to be one of those don't worry about the haters church videos. Actually listen to what I'm saying, please. All right, look, let's say, for example, you log onto the internet, right? You wanted to post a video or something of you enjoying yourself, doing what you want, and just kind of minding your own business, right? Then somebody who's not having a good day comments on your stuff. And they start cussing and exclamation pointing and telling you how all these things that you are and yada, yada, yada. And essentially they tell you that you're crazy. Some of them might even go to the extent of making a video and yelling and getting close to the camera and just threatening and all this stuff. And at the end, they call you crazy. Now, what is that person doing? The person that went out of their way to bother you is in fact being the very
went out of their way to bother you. You're a celebrity. They subscribe to your channel because of music and comedy. And now you're saying all kind of crazy shit that just doesn't sound normal. And you're going to say their comments are bothering you. I think you better start maybe appreciating some of those comments because you need them.
Definition and action of crazy. And if you alert this person and say, hey, no, you're being crazy, they'll argue with you because they actually believe they are not being crazy when the definition of crazy can be read in any dictionary.
Yeah, like an entire police station's fake, and all the policemen and the media spokeslady for the police is fake, and they're all conspiring together to help a random man and woman fake a child's demise to scam money from GoFundMe. And you think someone commenting on that going, dude, you're crazy. That girl's real. That police station's real. You couldn't see it on Google Maps because you're looking at a 10-year-old photo and it has the police station hasn't been built yet. What that means is you're the one that's talking crazy. And yeah, a normal person would respond to that like, what in the hell are you smoking, dude?
Now, if this person is acting crazy and you tell them you're acting crazy, and they argue with you that they are not acting crazy when they can look at the word crazy and it describes exactly what they're doing, how can you trust any words that come out of that person? They don't even know words.
Have you ever seen this level of hypocrisy layered over unself-aware in your life? It's like, how can anybody take you serious now, dude? You showed up on camera, whacked out of your gourd dozens of times now, talking complete fucking gibberish. And you literally just said, if someone does that, you can't believe anything they say after that. So what are we supposed to take away from that? That doesn't apply to you. It applies to everyone else, but it don't apply to you. Is that what we're supposed to be getting here? Because I'm confused. I'm confused. And however covertly you want to respond, I stand by what I say. Dude, you've been talking out your ass big time to the point where it has turned off any level-headed fan you had. Like people that are just normal, that don't believe in wild conspiracies and aren't blindly loyal and aren't hoping for a handout. Just normal, everyday, working class people who were very supportive of you being a role model. Have watched what you have done over the last year, and it is absolutely fucking appalling. And I don't know how you come back from it. When you won't even acknowledge that maybe you went a little too far. That the people that called you out are the crazy ones. That the people that say, hey, what the hell are you doing, dude? We're the crazy ones. We're the nut jobs. I don't think so. Not at all.
Even if you showed them the word, the description of the word, and a video of them doing the description of the word, they deny the word and the description, but not themselves. The people that do that, we have to ignore them. Okay? They're poisoning the world.
Is that what's happening? Are some people ignoring you now? because anybody with the ability to go to Social Blade and build a pie chart can clearly see a whole bunch of people don't care what you got to say anymore. And you can flip it upside down and shake it and flip it sideways, pretend it ain't so all you want. But, you know, there's random truck drivers out there making videos about driving a truck down the road, getting more views and more comments by the day. And then you put out a video like this, once again, where you're clearly fucking stoned and you're just talking in circles about yourself because you are guilty of everything you just said. And this thing you got going where you think that people are just going to forget about it if you just act like it didn't happen and you just keep, you know, trying to do you and never address it, never acknowledge it, never anything. And then people are just going to forget. No, they're not. It's just going to boil and fester. And I'll say it again. Had you and the other jerks that did it with you apologized a year ago when you should have, this would have been behind you by now. Nobody would have gave a shit. I'd argue you probably wouldn't even be getting sued. But whatever. We're the crazy ones. You bet.
World with their fucking stupid assness. Okay? So think about this. You and I are in what? The universe. Or one.
Is that you and I? Is that your little crack squad cult that you encourage to go around smearing, slandering, intimidating, and attacking anybody that happened to notice you were whacked out of your fucking gourd? Is that what we're doing?
Script. Well, what does that mean? That means to understand the universe or the one script, you must find the first and original language that it was quote unquote written or spoken with. Otherwise, you can't navigate time and age to be able to comprehend it. I can't read the first script ever wrote with a different language. Now I got to know the language and whatever they used then with that one script. The only way we could do that now in today's age is if what? The universe had a universal language.
Holy shit. Well, you guys read the comments. Okay. The comments are fucking gold. All right. Hold on. Good God.
Ding, ding, ding. Fucking. Now,
could you imagine Jelly Roll or Struggle or Adam Calhoun or Tom McDonald making a video like this?
Now, when someone goes, duh, ding, 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 what do you think about? A light bulb. Think about light, don't you? An idea. Wasn't that funny? Because didn't God say, let there be light? Which is how existence was created, right? Let's just say that that's what happened. Personally, I believe in God. But let's just say that that's what happened theoretically for conversational purposes, because I want everyone else to be open-minded and, you know, argue things and, you know, just talk in general. But anyways, so with the story of the Bible, God said, let there be light, and existence was created for.
This is as good as him talking about politics he knows about as much about this as he does politics. Whew. What was it? I think I heard someone say, never speak on things you don't know much about, because you'll surely sound like a fool.
Us. Okay. Well, that's the thing. That means the entire existence of everything we know was built on 4 words. Let there be light. It wasn't a chemical combination. It wasn't physical work. It wasn't him figuring out something, because figuring is numbers. He simply said words. And
You guys realize that's just like one sentence over the several days. The story of creation. Oh, God.
it created everything. So to me, that says his greatest idea was light, or light was his greatest idea. So when someone goes ding, 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 you have an image in your thoughts. You can't have an image without light. Otherwise, it's complete darkness. So if an idea was never created because you couldn't see in darkness, do you think you would be thinking of a light bulb when you had an idea? Well,
Holy shit. Okay, wait. We got to go down here. We got to go down. We got to go down here. Let me see how I can get this to be bigger. Hold on a second. There's got to be a way to make these babies bigger. See if I can find a zoomy button. Zoom in on this a little bit. Thought there was a way. Yeah, here we go. Let's do that. Okay. Getting better now. Let me go to this setting. Let's do that some more. Let's go to that. Let's go to that. Oh, there we go. All right, hold on. I got to grab me something to drink. Read away. Okay, what do we got? This is funnier now. Okay. We got says, dude is crazy. How you think about all this stuff and break the words down, and it honestly makes good sense. That's from Skipper F81. And says, I'm 51 years old and I just got scolded by a 32-year-old. That's some stupid simping chick. What's the name? AJ Moranto. Monty Baker. Absolutely. Problem 1, Ryan. Most today's generation does not know what an actual dictionary is. Whew. That is very true. Next for oh my God. You guys can't believe that the simp level is high. Look. Okay. FL8IJ says, this man must be protected. That's another amazing sermon. He talked in fucking circles, dude, about absolutely not a damn thing. Thank you, says Nikki Nicole, says, thank you for breaking things down like this. I had no idea what light meant. I'm an overthinker. Oh, are you? No, you're not. No. If you're watching this and taking away anything but a good belly laugh, you're not a great thinker. You're a sheep. Actually, amen. Good and evil are always fighting amongst us. Are they now? Is that like, would you say, got a question. Would you say that the evil fighting would be like a celebrity slandering a bunch of innocent people and using his social media influence to drag grieving parents and to clobber smaller YouTubers down and then, you know, and encourage a bunch of low IQ dirt bags to then go and harass people? Yeah. What? You know, some deep thoughts. Oh my God. Rhonda says, I love watching all these videos. I've always been a free thinker and open-minded, so to hear these thoughts, it just opens my mind up to what a light bulb could be. And I had no idea that God created everything based on a light bulb. Who would have known? Says Rebel Ray official. Facts, brother. You've been gifted by the Most High with wisdom and knowledge. Oh my fucking God. Jesus, help us, please. Oh.
Of course not, because you wouldn't have the idea of a light bulb. You'd still be sitting in darkness, waiting around for God to let there be light. So you can observe and have brain activity and anything else under the sun, which is why it's shining light on us. All right, so moving on. God said, let there be light. Where do we live?
I have a question. I have a question. When it's nighttime, does God not care anymore? Just, you know, curious about that. Because it's not always light. Sometimes it's dark. What are we supposed to take away from that? Just, you know, kind of want to know.
Earth, yeah. Or a globe. Globe. Think about the word globe. Globe. GLO space BE. If God let there be light, then there would be a glow, which is a globe of beings, being on a globe.
Can someone explain to like some of you guys that have like, you know, like you guys, like some of you dudes can like text Upchurch. Would you test, like, I'm having a hard time following this, knowing that the English language did not even fucking exist when God said, let there be light. So the spelling of GLOBE for globe would not apply because the English language was not a thing then. It was Hebrew, and they don't even come close to spelling around sphere as GLOBE. Just saying. You know, for those of you that are caught in the brilliance here.
Freely. So if God's word did in fact create all knowing, that means the most important thing that can be used against him is words from the opposing side or words from the devil. But here's the thing. Let's say God had the first word and the devil had the second. God still had something the devil did not have. And that's the power of free thinking and ideas. The devil only used God's idea because he was unable to have ideas or come up with anything greater than the idea that God had.
Okay. Did he not get told the whole story about Lucifer being tossed out of heaven because he wanted the to be the number one guy? What was that you were saying down there in the comments earlier? Let's take a look. It was okay. So Heather says, I love the topic for tonight. Any night you spill your theories out is always thought-provoking and makes me miss the old late night sketch sessions. Have a badass night. Much love, church. Did you not know that the Bible was written in Hebrew? Or and it's not always light. And there was a whole creation process, not 4 words.
First, which is why he got kicked out and went down. So look, he couldn't come up with nothing greater, got kicked out, and now he literally, with literature, can't come up with anything greater. But look, who can come up with stuff? God. When he resurrected Jesus. You ever hear about the devil getting resurrected? No, because he can't come up. Although he can't come up, he can stay here. Because this is where he got kicked to. People are vulnerable to either here. So where we're at, it's like what? The playing field. Here is earth. When we're here, we believe and disbelieve things based off what we hear and see. Here on our playing field, there is a good conscience and a bad conscience. So if you're going by the Bible, bull.
Holy shit. No, he didn't. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I got to hear this in its entirety.
Bull, babbling of ages and years through people's word of mouth, Bible. There's 2 ways you can go. You can go the good way or you can go the bad way. You can speak good or bad things, and you can choose to surround yourself and hear good or bad things. Obviously, on our playing field, there is more good conscious than there is bad conscious. So the bad conscious people are...
The only thing that's missing is Chong going, oh, wow, man. This is good stuff. Where's your license? Oh, aren't they on the back?
hella outnumbered. So they have to be more secretive and they have to kind of run under the radar. How do they do that? By sabotaging your ears and your eyes. How do they sabotage your ears and your eyes? Well, if you don't know how important your ears and your eyes are to the influence of your brain, belief, faith, and even, hell, all.
You want to hear me rant about the Bible for a minute, Crack Squad? Let me tell you about the Bible, Crack Squad. I'm a firm believer that Satan uses those with influence as a tool to spread division and hate and turmoil. And that the internet and social media is one of the best tools Satan has today, next to mainstream media. Without it, the people in charge that create war wouldn't be able to do it. And for somebody with obvious influence over quite a few people, it's terribly irresponsible to abuse that. How unfair is it for a celebrity, someone that is famous, to turn to thousands of people that look up for him? It might have been millions at one time, but those days are long gone. Thousands of people that look up to him and slander the ever-living shit out of their father and his business and all the people that work for him, and put on display Indian giving, ridicule for accepting a gift. Because your father cared enough to try to get you to go to rehab. But that your method of retaliation was to stage such an unfair fight. You brought 300,000 people against his 5 followers. You had a megaphone, 5 million watt PA system, and he barely had a whisper. Was that Satan? You tell me. Because the crime didn't fit the punishment. Did it? And son, you're going to be judged for that one day. I promise you that you will. Because I think on your worst day, your father would have never slandered you to 3 million people. And if he was blessed with that kind of support, he would have used it to lift you up, even if you didn't deserve it. Even if you didn't deserve it. He would have lied for you and said you did. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt.
Of humanity. Humanity. Are you going to shine, or are you going to be the darkness? Because whatever light or darkness you're putting off cast a certain hue on whoever is surrounding you, which is why God said, let there be light. The devil brings darkness, and we are oddly enough, the humans, casting light or darkness on our fellow human with the hue of who we are as beings. Now it goes back to the light bulb. It's kind of like our playing field has a big ass switch. dimmer switch. Are you going to be a dim wit, or are you going to be an illumination to this here earth?
Here.
There's a funny thing about the word earth. So for our existence,
Oh no.
God
Oh no.
spoke
Oh no.
light. When he spoke light and put humans, men associated with light, put us on a globe, since we are the beings that be.
But that's only if you speak English. If you speak another languages, don't apply.
A hue.
Is this why you hate all your Canadian fans? Just wondering. You know, remember what you said about people from Canada? All that stuff you said about people from Canada because another artist from Canada is doing better than you. You decided to just go ahead and slander everybody from Canada. Just wondering.
To make everything glow. Now look, this is all free thinking, open to conversation, but I'm going to leave you on this. Eyes are valuable and most useful when light is provided. Ears work better and serve a better purpose in the dark where your eyes will not. If you lose the light in your mind, which is your ideas or imagination, then you can't see anything even with light provided for you. So then what do they tell you to do? They say, follow your heart. Well, I hate to break it to you. Your heart follows your ear, which is why when you hit your head, anatomy-wise, when you hit your head or fall down, you hear your heartbeat. And you can actually check your pulse behind your ear because it is, in fact, directly connected to your heart. And the illustrations of life that...
You know, your big toes connected to your fucking heart as well. Every goddamn part of your body is. Holy shit. That's not your ear making that heartbeat feeling. That is a blood vein. You can find them all over your body. Holy shit.
Go through your ear, affect your heart on this playing field, which is called earth. Now, the word earth has what in it? Look at the word earth, E-A-R-T-H. Well, you can rearrange those letters and make ear art, or you can rearrange those letters and make heart. What do you know? Your ear is connected to your heart.
Oh my God.
So is seeing really believing? Probably not. And what do they say? Actions speak louder than words. Or words can let you know someone's action before the action becomes an actual action. Or you can predict their actions based.
Sometimes the suspect is really the victim. And the victim is really the suspect.
Based off their words, even if they're trying to use other words to trick you and make you think the action's going to be different. That's why they say a man stands on his word. But some people understand. So are you standing on or under? I don't think actions speak louder than words at all, because I could watch a video of somebody talking mad shit about me and I could mute it with my eyes open and I'll start laughing because they just look funny doing whatever it is they're doing. But I could close my eyes and turn it on and hear what they're saying, and it would affect me. So
You want to hear some crazy shit? go back and listen to some of that garbage you were saying when you were the best true crime detective in the world. You remember that? When you were the best true crime detective in the world, and from your keyboard, I mean, you literally found suspects on a podcast, some random podcast. Who would think that you could just be sitting there piddling around with your keyboard there in Tennessee, you know, snorting, smoking, whatever you're doing, and lo and behold, 2 suspects in this missing child case just happen to be on the same podcast you're on. What are the chances of that? And you know what? Did I ever tell you how just incredible it was how you figured out that Zanime had a scuba bike in the back of her car? I mean, who would have ever figured that out? And who would have ever dreamed that this was all for some GoFundMe cash? It's so brilliant. I mean, that's why, man, that's why I believe in you, dude. Man, you're so smart and so brilliant. And nobody would have ever found those clues like you did. You know, who would have thought that they would like make a fake community center set and bring in crisis actors and rent real ambulances and rent real police cars and stuff, and then actually trick the news into actually coming and reporting on their fake set to get some GoFundMe money. And the way you were there on Google Maps, zooming down in a random neighborhood and found a silver Honda CRV. Son of a bitch, dude. That shit was brilliant. I mean, brilliant. Words can't describe. Words cannot describe. And you picking up on how Adventures with Purpose were in on it too, because they were tricked everybody by saying that she went missing in the Tahoe National Forest, when in reality she went missing from Prosser Family Campground in the Tahoe National Forest. I mean, all these little clues you uncovered with those other dudes that were so brilliant. Man, just want to take a minute to just tell you how incredible that was. It was so enlightening.
So, yeah, the ears are more important than the eyeballs. The devil is the angel of music, right? Well, he did get kicked out of heaven. So I guess God didn't want to hear his shit. So he kicked him out. And the devil started playing his own damn tune. And then there's people like me and Charlie Daniels that just go beat the fucking devil up and take his tune away.
Oh my God. There's no fucking way. These comments. How? All you, and you know who you are. All of you that put all these, encouraging this shit. Okay. Instead of you saying, church, man, you got my support no matter what. I hope you find yourself. That should be the comment you're leaving. You should be saying, man, I think the world of you, dude. Why don't you get some help? That should be your comment. You should say, instead of saying, an open mind and an open heart has brought you where you are today, you should say, dude, I really think you ought to go talk to somebody. Okay, this comment. Okay, it says, man, Great video, church. God bless you, brother. It should be, I'm concerned for you. You have my support no matter what. This comment, get them, church. Thanks for all you do, man. It really helps. Should be, I hope you get some help before it's too late. They're going to say, so much love and respect to you, church. If you really were a fan that cared, you would say, I can't support you while you're going through this, but I'll be here when you get out of it. Or, you are the chosen one, Ryan. No doubt about it. Religion is a man-made. God just is. No, religion is not man-made. Not even close. There are man-made religious rules, but religion comes from the Bible. That is the story of Jesus and the story of creation and God, written in fables so that it will transcend all languages through all time. Mr. Upchurch, you make my day, no matter morning, noon, or night. You should say, dude, you're looking frightening. Why don't you try to get some help? I'll be here for you. Those should be the comments you're leaving if you were truly a fan, but gave a shit. Instead of a wallowing simp hoping to get an attaboy. It's these kind of comments that enable entertainers right off the cliff. Right off the cliff. Because nobody will be honest with them. Nobody will tell them the truth. There is no way you watched that video and took anything away from that, but holy shit, he's crazy. And if you did, then you need to go talk to somebody. Because that was absolute gibberish. Just complete gibberish. What are you guys doing? Why would you encourage more of this? Whew. With friends like you, who would need any enemies? That's for sure. Upchurch, I know you watch. I wish you'd go get some help. I wish you'd go check yourself in, get straightened out. You're probably one of the most talented people I've seen in my lifetime, as far as being well-rounded in so many different genres. You're one of those guys that can sing the phone book and make it entertaining. You have a gift that is not given to too many people. You're one of 1% that's fortunate to be born with a talent that can carry you through life comfortably. Don't throw it away for a cheap thrill. Do whatever it takes to get off this shit and get your head right. It should have been you on the CMA Awards. Should have been you doing collabs with all these other artists. Not showing up wasted, accusing grieving parents of faking their child's death. Not slandering the ever-living shit out of a kid you just signed for a year, saying he was great, saying he was talented, and the instant he rejects your advice and goes with a label because, hey, the independent thing ain't for him, you try to destroy him. You make a video talking about how well some of your old songs did, like Old Days with Justin Adams. But then look what you did to Justin Adams. Did you show your appreciation to him? No, you slandered the shit out of him and tried to destroy him. It's just crazy to me that you take this super talent and waste it on a cheap fucking thrill. And all you people that continue to sit there and simp and simp and simp, I'm going to be here to rub it in your face when this goes too far south. Because you're enablers, is what you are. There wasn't an honest comment under that video, because an honest comment would have been, what the hell are you smoking? You think you were all standing backstage waiting to say the right thing to get invited on back into the green room or something. It's just craziness. If every one of his supporters would have said, oh shit, dude, a year ago, and he saw that all of his support was saying, dude, no, too much, he would have probably went and got help. He would have then probably apologized, and he wouldn't be getting sued right now, and his career would be on a trajectory forward instead of nose diving into the fucking abyss. And all you little dirtbags that run around thinking the more you slander me, the more you're helping him, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You've hurt him worse than he's hurt himself. That what you guys do is so off-putting to normal people. So there's that. I don't want to be on here too late, but I did want to do a reaction video to that. Yeah. Must be. Go through a few of these comments, and I got a bail. Got a big day going on tomorrow. I put together a whole nother live streaming rig too to put out in the shop. So I'm going to start doing some like daytime live streams from the garage for all you gearheads. And I got a couple of cordless lavaliers and a couple more GoPros that can connect to a different console I got that's Bluetooth. But I'll be able to stream from cameras under the hood, stream from cameras on the toolbox, stream from cameras overhead, and switch between them. And I got that about 90% ready to go. I just got to do a few more things as soon as I get the time. But I think that'll be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, that was just somebody talking in circles, making shit up as they go. And you guys are in there slobbering that it's brilliance, and it's embarrassing. Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, he can't take any constructive criticism. None. You know, it's like some of the most annoying things for me is the way he's treated the people that were there for his come up, acting like they played no part in it and it was all him and he would have just done all that anyway, and bullshit. We all know better. So, you know, and I get it. You know, he can't apologize to the Rodneys now. It's an admission of guilt. but he can sure as hell encourage Crack Squad to not be filthy pigs. Instead of encouraging it. Yeah, he is. I agree with you, Twisted. It's hard to watch, man. I hate it. I know that he could have hits as big as Jelly Roll. For sure. But to just sit there and act like the last year didn't even happen, and then to be completely clueless and speak such hypocrisy, and every single person sitting there making them slobbering comments know what went down, and you're not turned off by somebody criticizing others for what they do themselves in a big way. And it gets really annoying watching some of you guys act like, well, it's just somebody speaking his mind. No. He's got a hell of a lot of influence over people, as you can see. So he cannot be that irresponsible to blame some random person for harming a child and use the real name, the real address, the real phone number, and just let a bunch of people go mob him because of what he said and what he told them. And they're still doing it to her today. People are still making videos repeating his stupid conspiracy. And they're going to continue to do it till the day he says, man, I shouldn't have said that. Ridiculous. I don't think anybody's benefiting from it. I think it's just a fucking losing game that is literally just he's literally driving an engine with no oil in it. And it's just a fucking matter of time before it throws a rod. And to watch all these simps, oh, it's running beautiful, sounds great, when they know it's knocking like hell. Oh, I've never seen it run so good, Upchurch. And it's fucking belching smoke out the back. Every goddamn one of them go to his fucking channel and see his views are about a fucking 100th of what they were. Oh, he's number one. What are you talking about, man? He's number one. He's better than them all, man. He beat Taylor Swift. Jesus. Not even close. I'm glad you said that. Let me timestamp that. Glad you said that. Thank you. Another fine piece of evidence to take to a little something place I got to go here soon. Let me just go ahead and screen cap that right now. All right. Sorry about that, but that's going in my case file. Yeah. Unbelievable the amount of slander you people have come at me with over his fucking insanity. And some of you are going to pay for it. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Watch and see. The right thing to have done would have been for there to have been some apologies. And everybody knows that even the people that support the dirtbag shit you do, they know damn well that should have been what happened. There should have been some apologies. Those people, every one of them, were innocent and didn't deserve any of what happened. And none of you can justify the shit you do to me. I can't prove that quite yet, but it's getting close to. I just got to confirm a couple things. And if I can prove that, you watch. Whew. Some people will live to regret that. If that ends up being true, there will be regret over that. Yeah, I believe it too. I just got to confirm a few more things to prove it. You guys are going to find out there's a limit to what you can do to people, and you far succeeded it. Yeah, Jelly is doing so good, isn't he? I'm so happy for him. There's no both sides to this there, buddy. It's just people saying it's wrong for a celebrity to use their social media influence to slander and dox innocent people while encouraging a bunch of ill-minded fans to mob them. It's wrong to do that. So there's no side. There's just people that do that, and people say it's wrong. So there's no side. There's just people that do that, and people know that it's fucking wrong. I've put up with this shit for a year. I left YouTube for 3 months. Totally ignored them. Put them all on block and ignore, and didn't make a comment or a video for 3 months. And they didn't slow down. There's not two sides. There's those that are fucking wrong, and those that got the courage to say so. Period. Cannot justify, not a single one of you dirtbags can justify the shit you've done. Not a single one of you. And some of you are going to get an opportunity to try. So, No kidding. Oh, for God's sakes, no. She didn't do anything. I had to get 4 inches of my colon taken out for the second time. But there's been way too much over the line shit for anybody to be asking for pity from a court. Yeah, there is. There's these simpletons actually think that they're too small-minded to understand. If I pulled up in the alley, okay, and I had Taylor Swift CD that she released 6 months ago, and I had an Alan Jackson CD that was released 3 years ago, and I had, a Tom McDonald and an Adam Calhoun album that was released 6 months ago, and I had Upchurch's brand new one that he just released that day. Well, they probably already have all them other CDs, and they've already heard them. They've not heard this brand new one, so that's the one they're going to listen to, therefore making it the most played for that day. But that's where it ends. Go look at the sales. If you want to see something pathetic, I've never seen him not sell 10,000 right away till now. It's pretty dismal. Guess what? I don't have to go back 20 years to make up a bunch of slander about you. All I got to do is just show what you guys did yesterday or the day before. All I got to do is play someone's most recent video. Nobody gives a shit what someone did 2.5 decades ago. Nobody cares. It's pointless to what's going on right now. Absolutely fucking pointless. Do you think that's going to stop Ryan Upchurch from getting sued? Nope, it's not. Do you think it's going to make his longtime supporters come back? Nope, isn't going to. So how about it? Nobody gives a fuck. Outside of your little fucking circle jerk, not one single person gives a rat's ass. All it's doing is making you guys look like the dirtbags I said you were, and making Upchurch look like the fucking cult leader he's been accused of. And then him making comments solidifying what you're doing. Yep. It'll be a while before he lives that one down. I reserve the right to critique any damn celebrity I want without being stalked and slandered outside of YouTube by a bunch of crackheads. The amount of physical threats alone, I can't wait to play that video soon. So I'm going to bounce. Appreciate everybody listening. See you on the next video. Keep it, like I say, keep an eye out on that community page. I'll be posting pictures of all that gear. Some good stuff there, guys. I kid you not. Catch you later.